What's up there everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you guys how to replace your brake pads and rotors on my 2004 Ford Taurus. Now this should work on any car make and model, but especially on 3rd and 4th gen Taurus, which is 96 through 07. But this should work on any car make and model. The tool that I'm going to be using on this video will be breaker bar, torque wrench, orange dip blow hammer, 15mm socket, 12mm socket, Phillips flathead screwdriver, and a wrench, and brake tool kits. You can just rent these out from O'Reilly's or AutoZone. Thread locker, silicone paste, Master Pro, anti-seize, brake cleaner, and a mask. You definitely want to wear a mask while you're spraying a brake cleaner because you don't want to breathe in all those chemicals inside of your lung, and apparently it will cause a lung cancer, so you definitely want to wear some kind of protection around your mouth.
That's what she said.
Turn my steering wheel to the all the way to the right, so I have easy access to these two bolts right here and down here, so I can remove the brake pads out. Now what you want to do is remove the top bolt first. I'm going to be using a 12mm socket and a breaker bar. There's one, and same with the second bolt down here. There you go. Now you're just going to be using regular ratchet to just remove these two bolts. Now when you loosen up the front bolt, it's going to open up like a clamshell. There's one bolt. And you're just going to open up this brake caliper if you can. If it doesn't, then you just have to unscrew the bottom bolt, which is right here. And bolt should come out, and the brake caliper should come out. And there you go. Now after you take off your brake caliper, you don't want to be dangling this thing, or you're going to damage your brake line. So you get some kind of bucket or something to support your brake caliper. Alright, now the pads should easily come out. There's 1 and 2. So I don't know if you guys can see this or not from the brake pad, old brake pads. There's a big chunk going on right here, and there's like a hairline crack. So that's definitely bad. You definitely need to replace that brake pads. Alright, now you're gonna take out the caliper guide pin, which should just come off like that. There you go. Also another one, just like that. Next, what you want to do is remove this brake caliper retainer. In order to do that, you're gonna remove these two bolts right here and down here. Now for this one, you're going to be using a 15mm socket. Should go right in there. Use a breaker bar. Yeah, there you go. That should come right off. Same with the bottom, but my bucket's in the way because of the brake caliper, so I'm going to remove this brake caliper on the top here. Move the bucket. And move the bottom bolt using a breaker bar. After you do that, you just grab a regular wrench and loosen up these bolts. There's one, another one down here. I didn't completely take off this top bolt because I realized that it's gonna just move back and forth. And there's a second one. After that, brake retainer clip should just come off. Now you're gonna move this rotor. It's just hard to come off. So what you're gonna use is orange dip blow hammer.
Get her done.
Come off. I couldn't show you guys where the rotor came off, but because I had to step my camera back, So what I did was pretty much hit side and side and up and down That's how I did it, and pretty much remove the whole thing out. I'll take the brake rotor out. Oh! Alright, now looking at the behind of the brake rotor, I don't know if you guys can, there you go. You see all those like metal parts that came off? Yeah. You guys can see, well, the brake rotor was already stuck on there, onto the hub right there. Before you install your brake rotors, you want to clean up your brake rotors with your brake cleaner. Why you want to do that is from the factory, the brake rotor has some oil on it, so it prevents from rusting the brake rotors. So you definitely want to clean it with your brake cleaner. Install the new brake rotor. That's gonna dangle, so just get a lug nut and screw it on there. That's how far it goes. You want to install back your caliper bracket. Goes right here. Alright, there are 2 bolts that are holding the caliper bracket, and you want to use a blue thread locker to just put it on here and here. Just like that. Oh, that was over too much. You want to put the blue thread locker on your bolt, because when you're stepping on the brake, it vibrates, and you don't want that vibration to cause, you know, loosening up the bolt. So that's why you want to put the blue thread locker. Just install this back in. The bolt somewhere around here. 50mm socket. We're just gonna be pretty much putting back these together. Same thing with the bottom bolt. Just gonna do it. Make sure you put the thread locker on it, blue thread locker. So snugs. Snugs. Alright, now you want to grab your... Now you want to torque down the caliper bracket bolt to 76 foot-pounds of torque. This one. That's 2. Now you want to clean your guide pin, so just take this rubber boot and just clean it with some paper towel. And you want to stick back the guide pin in and take it out, and more lube will come out. Now this is where you need to use the silicone paste, your Master Pro, and just put it around here. Take the new lube and just put it around.
That's what she said.
All the way around.
And don't forget the rubber boot to put it in. And put the guide pin back in. There you go. Perfect. Same thing with the bottom one. Clean it. Put it in, get extra stuff out, and good. And then put the silicone paste back on. Then put the bottom one back in. Perfect. A little bit of brake cleaner on it. Good. Clean the brake piston around. Before you press back the brake piston, make sure you open up your brake fluid right here. Now you want to push back the brake piston using a brake tool. Alright, now that's all the way back. Just take it off. Now what you want to do is put some little bit of anti-seize right here. And right up here. You want to put the anti-seize back here because that's where all the brake pads will go. Same thing with the top. Now you put your anti-seize bottom in the top. Now you're gonna install your brake pads. It's gonna go right in here. Perfect. Same with the other side, but the other side is gonna be a little bit different. The other side, you want to put anti-seize back here because that's where the brake piston is gonna be attached to it. Alright, after you put the anti-seize back here, you just put it back in. Good. After you do that, put the brake caliper back on. And you have to put blue Loctite on the caliper. There you go. I'm gonna start off with the bottom one. Just tighten it up. And tighten it for a little bit. And do the same thing on the top. There you go. Now push the caliper in. Let's screw it in there and tighten it for a second. There you go. And tighten that. Alright, you want to torque the caliper pin bolt to 26 pounds of torque. There's one. Do the same thing on the bottom. There you go. And that's it. Alright, the last thing you want to do is just pump on the brake for a few times until it gets hardened. Just keep doing that. And good. And now that's how you replace pads and rotor on most of the vehicle, especially for 3rd and 4th gen Taurus. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more video of me, please subscribe. Other than that, peace out and stay thirsty, my friends.